Hi everyone. It's the day before my surgery. This drops on YouTube on May 23rd, 2023, and my big deal jaw surgery is on May 24th, 2023. And so it feels really important to me to do three things. To update you about some things I've discovered recently about what's going on with my jaw and my airway. Secondly, to ask for you to be sending a particular kind of thought my way in the next 24 hours because I really truly believe it will help my surgery process and my healing process. And then perhaps most importantly, stick around to the end because there's something I'm going to forever think about differently when I talk to parents or students about their ADHD symptoms as a result of my whole health process. Let's dig in. Okay, first I just need to say that I've just come from a massage, so my hair's a little greasy and my curls are a little wonky, but you know, such is pre-surgery Gretchen. I'm doing my best to take care of myself, and one of those ways is to reach out to you all, my beloved community, to keep you updated about what's going on. If you missed the other video, we'll link to it below. There's another background info about the surgery. But recently, when I went to St. Louis for my pre-surgical appointment, we did something called the DICE, a drug-induced sleep endoscopy. And they put a camera up my nose and down my throat. And then I got to watch it the next day. And I got to see, like, oh my God, the coolest part of it I thought was seeing my esophagus open and close, open and close. Now I understand what's happening, you know, when something goes down the wrong tube and you cough a little. Now I've seen that. But here's what I got to see that was both sobering and so hopeful for me. So I got to see that my airway, like my windpipe up there, is maybe that open, right there. Is that open? It's not very open. And I got to see how, because there's no room in my mouth for my tongue presses into my airway, making it really tight and small in one area. Then I got to see, as the surgeon put my lower jaw into the correct position it needs to be in, and boom, my airway just opened up. It was like a flower. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. And he said, that's what your airway is going to be like after the surgery. And I'm so hopeful that my life is going to be so different. It never occurred to me how little oxygen I was getting. And, you know, over the last, especially I would say 7 to 10 years, my memory, I've been getting more and more forgetful, and I thought it was just aging. But what's been going on is, as my arthritis has, and my jaw has been deteriorating, my jaw joint, I should say, has been regressing, is that the right word? But just going back like that, which puts my tongue closer to my airway and squeezes off my airway. And I think during these years that my business has grown, I was like, why can't I make certain decisions? Why do I forget so much stuff? I think now it's because I've been getting less and less oxygen, and also my sleep has been impacted because of that. And so it's just like, wow, is the brain fog going to go away? I've even wondered, like, do I have ADHD after all? I never thought I had ADHD, but maybe I do, I thought. Wow. And now I realize I don't think I have ADHD. I think I'm just not getting enough sleep and not getting enough air, and those two things create ADHD symptoms. This, by the way, is a hint. I'll tell you at the end of the video how my coaching is going to forever be different now as a result of this information. I want to tell you something else. I recently went on a retreat. This is vulnerable to share, and here I am putting it out on YouTube, but it really feels important. Part of being an anti-boring educator is being authentic and also including my beloved community in supporting me. And so I'm just going to tell you all that I went on a spiritual retreat. And at the end of the retreat, we were asked to come up with what they called a confirmation sentence, like a statement. And my statement was really powerful. And I'm going to share it with you now because some of you, if you know and love me and would like to send me good vibes during the next 48 hours as I have the surgery and I'm recovering from the surgery, I'd love for you to tell this to me in your mind's eye. Send it. Send it to me. Remind me that I am the woman who surrenders into the resurrection that has already begun. I am the woman who surrenders into the resurrection that has already begun. It has begun with the braces two years ago. It has begun with all of the physical therapy and myofunctional therapy I've been doing. And now this is the, hopefully, last leg of the resurrection is this surgery. And the word surrender feels really powerful to me because it's scary to surrender, and it's what I have to do. I have one of the best surgeons in the world, one of the best medical teams in the world, one of the best communities you all in the world, and I know I am loved and supported, and I want to surrender into that knowing. And so if you can just remind me over the next 48 hours, or whenever you watch this, right? I believe that time isn't quite linear. So maybe you hear this 2 years from now. You can still send me the good vibes and it will be powerful, I'm sure. And I just want to say thank you and pour out my gratitude for the loving, creative, fun, silly people who are attracted to me. You're amazing, and I appreciate you so much. So, how is this going to change my coaching? Back when I had my very first myofunctional therapy appointment, my myofunctional therapist told me something. And just by the way, myofunctional therapy is lip exercises, tongue exercises, cheek exercises. It's working with all the musculature that's right here. And she said, whenever she hears of a young person who has been diagnosed with ADHD, she now asks their parents, are they a mouth breather? Do they breathe with their mouth? Rather than the way we're supposed to breathe in the most healthy way for our body, which is with our lips closed and through our nose. Now, I've been a mouth breather all my life. And I remember my mom thinking it was so cute when I was growing up that when I had to think hard about something, I would stick my tongue out. Well, what we know now is that my tongue was too big for my mouth, and that's why I was sticking it out. And part of the structural issues caused me to also breathe with my lips open. And that is a sign that a person is not getting enough air. And my myofunctional therapist said that she has worked with so many little ones, first, second, third graders, whose teachers complained of their ADHD symptoms, but then after they went through myofunctional therapy and strengthened the musculature here and sort of reshaped their mouth through that process, many of them have their ADHD symptoms go away. Now, I'm making this video without having looked up a bunch of research for you. So I trust my myofunctional therapist's experience. I'm sure the research is out there. I haven't looked at it myself, but I just want to implore you to pay attention. If you're coaches, ask your clients, parents, do they breathe with their mouth or their nose usually? Or watch your clients and see what they do. It's possible that so many ADHD diagnoses are kind of like me. I was diagnosing myself as ADHD, but I just wasn't getting enough air to be able to use my executive functions well. And so my symptoms look like ADHD, but really they were airway issues. So ask that question, check it out. Let's see if we can better support our students in getting all the air they need and all the sleep they need so that they can have all the attention they want and need. I will say that my surgeon gave me a compliment. When he took my final x-rays, he said, "Your resting posture of your tongue is very good now. You have been doing hard work." Which I have. I have retaught myself. Apparently the tongue is supposed to live on the roof of your mouth, on the palate. Mine always had hung in the bottom of my mouth. And I'm doing it right now. I've taught myself how to let my tongue live up there. So now all we need is to move my jaw into the right position, and then it will ease up so much muscular energy that's going to try and keep my airway open, because it will naturally be open. I can't wait. I am the woman who surrenders to the resurrection that has already begun. See you all on the other side.